Hey guys, so I thought I'd give you a quick heads up that this is a bit of a long one if you haven't noticed the time length on the video. So grab a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, whatever you like I'm doing while I'm editing through all this long footage. But just sit back, relax and enjoy.
Hey everyone, so I'm back to do another haul video, a makeup haul video, because I was away in London for the weekend and I went to IMATS. So I did a fair bit of makeup shopping and I just wanted to share it all with you. Do excuse the not very made up self. I'm coming down with the flu again, so I didn't really feel like getting totally done up and all that jazz. So do excuse the look, but I just really wanted to do this video because you know when you get new stuff it's just exciting. So where to start? I guess I will just start over here. So the first thing I'm going to show you from Alcone, I just got two packets of oil absorbing sheets. I'm currently using, what are they, Clean and Clear ones I think, but I'm running low, so I got another pack for me and a pack for my makeup kit, and I believe these were £4 each. I have a single eyeshadow from Ben Nye, which is Taupe, which is a very cool brown, just like this, nice for contouring in the eye socket or even contouring the face depending on your skin tone, but it's just a really nice cool brown eyeshadow. I don't actually have the receipt from this eyeshadow, but I want to say £5. I'm not sure if I'm just making that up in my head, but for some reason I want to say £5. I got this at the Treasure House of Makeup stand. So yeah, that's where I got that. I went to Nigel Beauty Emporium, their stand there, and they were doing a deal of 7 lashes for £10. So that was great, and I definitely wanted to use that deal. So I got, I'll show you the ones I got. I got these, which are number 76. I have these, which are wispies. These are the number 415s. These are number 46. And these are number 12s. And then I got 2 trays of short individual lashes, because I go through them pretty quickly in my kit. So I picked up 2 sacks of those. While I was there I also got 2 duo glues. I needed a new clear one for my kit, and I needed a black one because I tend to use a clear one. I don't have the black one. Yeah, so I got those 2. They were, I believe they were £5 each at the Nigel stand. Also from Nigel Beauty Emporium, I just got a little empty 5-pan palette. I'm not sure what I'll use this for, and the brand is Monda Studio, and I can't remember how much this was, but it was only a few pounds, like under £5, and I can't find the receipt, but it was yeah, it was nice and cheap, so I just picked that up, and I will use that for something, I'm sure. Then I have some more individual lashes from Eldora, and these were a little bit different because they have short, medium, long, and they have a mini. So these little teeny ones, which I haven't seen around too much, so I just picked up a tray of those, and we'll see how much I use them. And I also picked up these colourful ones, 2 trays of these colourful ones. I wanted to pick this up last year at the IMATS, but they didn't have them with them. So I definitely wanted to pick those up because I think it'd be kind of cool to add like as an accent colour, instead of having, well, you know, you can buy those fashion lashes that come in different colours and different effects and stuff, but I thought it'd be cool just to have like little accents of colours. And Eldora were doing 3 trays for £10, so I got these for £10. Okay, from Eye Candy glitters, I got the little, you can get a set of their liquid sugar, which is their glitter adhesive, a little brush, and you get 3 glitters. And Eye Candy were doing these sets for £20. So I got this orange glitter, which is called Pumpkin Pie. I got a black glitter which is called Black Bart, and they have another one called Liquorice which she was showing me, which is like a little more of a dark silver. It has a little more glitter and sparkle to it. This is like a shimmery black. The other one was like a dark kind of silver, and the silver really reflected, but I think I have something like that somewhere. So I just wanted to get that Black Bart. And then I got, this is Candy Corn. So it's kind of a bronzy nudie gold. So you get 3 glitters of any colours you want to pick out, and you get their base, their glitter base, which is called Liquid Sugar, which comes in a little bottle like that, and you get a little brush, which is like kind of an eyeliner type brush, thin brush. And then they come in this little bag, which is cute. So that again was £20 at the stand. So I also went to Inglot, and I got a body sparkle, which is a pigment in the number 71, and the girl she was really nice. She accidentally sold me the wrong colour, and I didn't know when I went away shopping, and then I came back to get something else, and she came running up and she was like, "Oh, I was looking for you everywhere, I sold you the wrong colour." So she changed it for me then, but she was really sweet. So this is again is number 71, and it's a duochrome of like purple and aqua, I want to say. I'll swatch it for you there now, but that's what it looks like in the jar. So that's the pigment there. You don't get a whole lot, as you can see. It's not like a packed jar. So it's like a fuchsia purple colour that flashes back like an aqua. Oh, I always swatch in the most awkward places. So that was £8. I also got an AMC Face and Body Illuminator from Inglot, which was £8 as well. And this is in the number 62, which is basically a liquid illuminator, and this is the goldy colour. They also had like an opaly kind of colour, like the strobe cream, so it looked white kind of in the bottle, and it came out that pearlescent kind of colour. They had this, they had like a light pink one. They had 3 other darker colours which were more kind of bronzy colours, which would just be amazing on darker skin tones. But I picked up the number 62 because I just love goldy highlight colours. So there it is. I just pumped out a little bit too much, but it's like a really light goldy colour. And it's very light to touch, but it's actually quite pigmented. So it's really kind of watery and liquidy, and you think it's going to be quite sheer. But you can see the shimmer off that was just from one little pump. You get 15 millilitres or 0.51 US fluid ounces. And with each of those purchases, just because I had gotten the body sparkle and I went back again to get the illuminator, I got 2 little samples. So you get the Young Skin Makeup, which is a cream foundation, and I got it in the number 43. That's just what they were putting into the bags. So I'll actually open one of these up and just see what colour it is, because I have no idea what colour it is or what it's like. And they're 1.5 millilitres each. Okay, so it's like it's a medium colour with a pinky undertone, I would say. Pinky to neutral. You can see it there. I hope the light isn't washing it out too much. But it's definitely pink against my skin tone. Maybe it's more of a neutral. It's nicely pigmented and doesn't seem to be dewy. It's kind of more matte actually. I have a more matte finish now that I've kind of blended it in. I don't think you'll see. I don't know, can you see where it is? So I just have to see if I can try that out in some way. But I just wanted to show you the samples that they were giving at Inglot. I also went to OCC and I picked up one lip tar. I got it in the colour Memento, which is this colour right here. That's what the colour looks like there. It's like a pinky, corally kind of colour. kind of, what's the word, kind of a muted colour. That's Memento, and that was £12 for one lip tear. I also went to Pam, or Precious About Makeup, which is like an online, and I'm not sure if they have an actual store, but it's a makeup store anyway, and they have these little mini coloured palettes, and this is the lip palette. This is the classic lip palette, and they come in all sorts of colour ranges, so you get kind of things with like more the primary colours and things for maybe correcting, and this is just kind of, you get different lip and cheek colours, but this one is called the classic lip palette. So you get what is that, 10 colours there, and I thought this is fantastic because it's so nice and small and compact, and for my makeup kit, my professional kit, that's kind of important. For makeup artists, having things kind of compact and organised and just easy to use, and things that are multifunctional like this, those things are kind of important, so I thought that would just be a great addition to my kit. So here's a couple swatches for you. They're not like uber pigmented. They're more of a moisturising kind of finish, but they're not totally sheer, so they're buildable though. So that's nice, that you can kind of control the intensity. And this little palette I think was $21.20 at the Pam stand. Also from Pam, I picked up two Z palettes. I wanted another large one. I already have one in like the zebra print, and I wanted another large one because I'm thinking of depotting a few blushes and making a custom blush palette. And I also wanted to get the new medium sized one that they have, which looks like this, which is an aqua and a yellow colour, or a mint and a yellow colour. Because I think it's such a handy size for travel and kind of having, you know, maybe one blush, one face powder, a few eyeshadows, and whatever you want in there. I think it's just a handy size for personal use. The medium one was $11.60 and the large one was $12.76, I think. It's just hard to tell from what they list them as on the receipt. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And the fourth thing that I got from Pam was a Louise Young brush, the LY24A, which is a super fine eyeliner brush. And I first saw this on Pixie Woo. They use Louise Young brushes, and let's see if that'll focus. There we go. It's just a super fine liner brush, because it can be hard to find liner brushes. You know, sometimes they look like they're nice and pointed and that, you know, kind of stiff, and then once you start to use them they splay out and everything like that. So I wanted a good liner brush, and again that is Louise Young LY24A, and that was £8 at the Pam stand. I also went to NYX and I picked up 4 items. I got 2 jumbo eye pencils, one in Rocky Mountain Green, which is this shimmery green here, and one in Pots and Pans, which is a silver. So those were the 2 that just kind of caught my eye that I would like to have out of all the colours that they do. And I also got a NYX Full Coverage concealer, just to try this out because I've heard some pretty good things about this, and I got this in colour 04 Beige, so I'll see how I like that. It says lightweight, crease free, provides smooth long lasting coverage so you can pretend the word concealer doesn't exist in your dictionary, and you get 6 grams or 0.21 ounces of that. I also picked up from NYX a matte, what are they called? Matte lipsticks in Bloody Mary, which is this pinky red, which I thought was really nice. I think it's coming up a little bit more pink on the camera, but it's like, yeah, a pinky red rather than a reddy pink, if you know what I mean. So how much were those? So the concealer was £4, the lipstick was $4.50, and each jumbo eye pencil was £3.50. I stopped by Face Lace, which is a company that do these kind of cool designs that you basically stick on. So I picked up this one, which is called Splashinista. And this was £8. But they had a whole range of different sizes and really intricate and extravagant ones. But I just picked up this one because it was one of the kind of the cheaper ones, and I'm not sure, you know, I wasn't sure how, if I'd never tried this before, I wasn't sure how I felt about it, how I'd like it, how much I would use it, or would you want to use these kind of products. So I'll have to try this out and see how it goes. And actually, when I was at the Face Lace stand, there was a woman there who was showing Phyllis Cohen, who is the creator of Face Lace, and she was showing her a picture of Leona Lewis wearing Face Lace, and I think this woman was Leona's makeup artist, and she was talking about whatever they were doing it for, that she just wanted something quick and easy, but something really punchy, and that they used Face Lace, and she was showing her picture and it looked really cool. So yeah, they were talking about how it's great for, you know, music videos and things that you want like a good impact, but that is also, you know, easy to apply and nice and quick. Now moving on to brushes, I got a fair few brushes because that's just kind of the mood I was in and the kind of the focus I was going into IMATS with. I just wanted to bulk up my brush belt and get a few more ones for myself. So where will I start? I'll start with at Love Makeup. They were selling Real Techniques and Zoeva brushes, and I wanted to get a whole load of Zoeva brushes, but when I was there I kind of realised, you know, I have a few brushes like that one and I have a few brushes like this one, so from Zoeva I got these two brushes, which is, this is the 110 Face Shape, and this was £6. It just looks like this, so for kind of highlighting, contouring, precision stuff on the face, or precision powdering even. A nice round kabuki. And then I got one that is similar but smaller, the 142 Concealer Buffer. So good for buffing on concealer. That's kind of the size it is. I like this kind of rounded kabuki shape, like the bottom brush from Real Techniques. So I picked those two up from Zoeva at Love Makeup. Oh, so this one, the bigger one was £6 and the smaller one was £5. I also got this brush from Zoeva, which is a crease brush. It's the number 228. It's just like that, just a standard pointed crease, but it's really nice and soft and nicely shaped. And that was $4.25 for that one. And then they had the Real Techniques limited edition to a fibre collection for $19.50. And you get 3 dual fibre brushes. You get the face brush, the contour brush and the eye brush. So I was excited to try those out, and I've taken them out and kind of felt them, and yeah, just felt them really, they're just nice and really soft, so I'm looking forward to using them. They seem really, really nice. Then from Bdellium Tools I got their blending brush, which is the 776, which is basically like the MAC 217. Sorry, it's up against a white, but it looks like that. Let's see if I can open this. And this was £5, which was great. So it looks like that. It's kind of flatter to the side and wider at the front. Nice fluffy shape. So good for applying shadow on the lid softly, buffing things out, putting shadow into the crease. A great all-round shadow brush. From Royal and Langnickel I got 4 individual brushes and a little set. From the Brush Essentials line I got 1 crease brush and 1 large eyeshader. So this is the crease brush, which isn't as pointed as, say, the Zoeva one. So that has a nice point to it. This one has, the top is a little flatter or rounder. So that's a crease brush, and that was £3. And then this is the large eyeshadow, which is just a large flat shadow brush, which was £2. So they were nice and cheap and cheerful. And then from the Silk range, Silk Pro, I got the, what is this? I got the Dome Shadow, which was £4, and which is basically like a round top pencil brush, which I do like because a lot of companies that do pencil brushes, most of them I find are more pointed, and I like to have a round one. So you can see just there, it's quite round. I just like to have this as an option as well, rather than just the pointed ones. So that is the Dome Shadow, the C427 from the Silk Pro range at Royal and Langnickel. I sound like an advertisement. And then I got this teeny tiny, what is this, mini smudge C435, again from the same Silk range, and this was £3. So it's like a really teeny tiny little, again, round little smudgy brush. So like teeny tiny, just for under the eyes, along the lash lines, that kind of thing. And then I got this little travel set, which was £10. And basically it has, it just looks like this, and it has a foundation brush and then a powder brush and 3 dual-ended brushes. So I'll show you, this is the foundation brush, and they're all obviously short-handled. It's nice, and it kind of, like looking at it in the pack, it looked like just a flat foundation brush, but it's actually thicker. This then is the powder brush, which is basically just a standard kind of powder brush like that, but it's really lovely and soft. Again, tiny handle, and they've cute little pink handles, and the case themselves, they had 2 or 3 kind of different colours or patterns that you got, but I just wanted the pink one. And then, as I said, you get 3 dual-ended brushes. So the first one is like a flat shader, like that. It's a little thicker, a little bit fluffy, kind of a little bit of a fluffy edge, so you could do a little bit of blending with that if you needed to. On the other side you get a small synthetic brush, so for concealer or as a lip brush. The next dual-ended brush, you get this angled shadow brush, so again a little thicker, so it's possible to blend with. And then you get this pointed brush, which is like a little stubby brush but quite pointed. So you could use either of those for the crease. And I imagine just having that nice little point would come in handy for under the lower lash line. And the final brush you get is this, which is an angled brush. Just looks like that. It's not an extremely thin angled brush, so I wouldn't really use it for liner, but for brows or for, you know, winging out a shape of the brush or of the shadow even. And then you get this like sponge smudger type thing. It's like kind of hard, that angled kind of smudger thing, which I wouldn't really use too much, but at least you have the choice. So yeah, you get those 3 dual-ended, those 2 base brushes, and it comes in this pack, and there's like a little zippered pocket here, which doesn't fit a whole lot obviously because it's so tiny, but it's nice to have. And then these flaps just to keep the brushes or the brush hairs in place so it doesn't get all splayed and squished and stuff. And then it closes with a velcro. So I thought that was just so cute and so handy, and for £10 I thought it was worth it. So then I got these at Crown Brush, and I knew I would be getting a fair few at Crown Brush because I do like them as a company. They're very affordable and they're decent quality. I have loads of Crown brushes, but I haven't had any problems with shedding, which is the one thing that like drives me crazy. I have had brushes from other affordable companies that shed, not just when you're cleaning, when you're applying, and it just, no, can't use them. For the larger dark haired ones, you know, for like blush ones and powder ones and stuff, a little bit of bleeding when washing, so a little bit when the dye kind of runs out, but nothing, it doesn't affect the application whatsoever. So all in all, I am a fan of Crown Brush, so I knew I'd be getting a few brushes there. So I don't have the individual prices for each brush because they're not on the packaging and I didn't get a receipt, but I did write down that I spent £49 there and I got 14 brushes. So that averages out about, what, £3, £4? Some of them were like £2, some of them were maybe £5. So I'll show you what I got. I picked up a little lash groomer. I like the metal ones. I have loads of plastic ones that are crap, and I have the metal one from the Real Techniques line. So I just saw this, I think this was like £2, and I picked that up. And that is the IB125 eyelash definer from the Italian Badger range. Also from the Italian Badger range, I got the IB129, which is the Taklon mini liner, and it just looks like this. I think this was either £1 or £2 because I remember thinking, you know, that's not the finest of the fine, but that's cheap, so I'll pick that up. I got 2 of these blendy creasy brushes, and I liked these because they are a little bit more fluffy, a little bit rounder, not so tapered or pointed or maybe flatter like the blending one I showed you from Bedelium, which is like the MAC 217. These are more rounder, like the 224 from MAC that I have that I love. It's just a little bit fluffier and rounder. So that makes it great for blending colour out and for very softly applying colour. So I got 2 of those. I picked up 2 standard shader brushes, which actually are 2 different lengths, which I don't think I realised that. This slightly shorter length, it's not actually a short handle, this one is just a long handle. This is the C124 Firm Shadow. So I just picked up 2 standard flat shader brushes. I got this synthetic angled brush, which is the S160-1/8. Okay, I'll just show you that. S160-1/8, whatever that means. And I got this because I was going to get a couple more of a brush that I have from Crown Brush. It's a very, very fine angled, synthetic angled brush. It is called the Stiff Brow from the Italian Badger line, which is the red handled ones. I knew it was called the Stiff Brow, I can't remember the number, but when I went to the Italian Badger section and I found the Stiff Brow, it wasn't the same, it wasn't as fine. And that's what I loved about it, so I was kind of disappointed with that. This one, kind of average for a slim angled brush. It's not as super fine, but it is a grand synthetic angle for liner or for brows or whatever you want to use it for. Then I got 2 teeny tiny little smudger brushes like the one I got from Royal Langnickel, but I think maybe a little bit smaller, and they're short handled as well. But I think when you see something like so small and so kind of not the kind of brush you find everywhere, I just wanted to pick 2 up. So that's how small they are. Teeny tiny. And I mean, they were probably about £1 or £2 each. So I got 2 of those. Then again, I got this teeny tiny liner brush or detail brush, which is the C250-0. There it is. And that's how small the little brush is. So I'll see how I like using that. The brush hairs themselves are extremely short, so I imagine you get some good control with it, but we'll see how I like actually using it. I picked up this kind of randomly. It's like a short stubby angled brush, which I thought would be handy for highlight. Maybe some precision contouring, things like that. Just, again, kind of unique, just because it's so small and stubby. It's not too dense though. It has a fair bit of movement in it. which I like just for that. I then have another crease brush. I kind of went a bit crease brush crazy, which I would say is more pointed than these white fluffy ones I showed you, but not as pointed as this crease one from Zoeva, I would say. So it is a little bit tapered, as you can see. It kind of goes up to a smaller point, but it's not like super sharp. I wish I could tell you how much these were, because some of them were just complete bargains. Most of them were actually. Then I got a synthetic blending brush or crease brush, however you want to look at it, which looks like this, which is really nice and soft. So that'll be great for maybe concealer under the eyes, that kind of thing, or you know, shadow if I need it. Then I got this little brush again, somewhat randomly, again for kind of highlighter, that kind of thing, or precision powdering. It's just a small powder brush, which looks like that, and it's nice and fluffy. So kind of precision work on the face. And finally I got a foundation brush. I don't really remember why, I presume because it was just a great bargain, but a flat foundation brush, but it is so soft. So it's that kind of thickness, but just super soft. It was probably about £4 or £5. So that is the last brush from Crown, and the last thing I'm going to show you from IMATS. I will show you a couple more things because I also stopped off in Superdrug, which we don't have here in Ireland, and because Sleek weren't at IMATS this year. They were last year when IMATS was at the Alexandra Palace. They were there last year, and this year it's in the Olympia, and I think it's smaller. It definitely feels smaller, but so Sleek weren't there anyway is the point, and I wanted to pick up a few things while I had the chance. So I got the Storm palette, one of the Eye Divine palettes, which looks like this. They have a whole range of lovely palettes, eyeshadow palettes, but I have seen a few tutorials using this and kind of heard good things about this palette, so I picked that up. So it has some nice neutrally shades and then some darker colours. Mostly shimmer, 3 mattes, a light brown, a medium brown and a black, which are handy colours to have in matte. I then got a blush in Suede, which is like this kind of corally nudie colour. So a nice natural, very wearable, easy to apply blush. I then picked up a pressed powder, the Suede Effect pressed powder. They have a luminous effect one. I got this in the number 2, so that I think it was like called light or something, but for me that's definitely a medium. So I think that would be a nice say bronzing colour for very fair skin tones, because in Ireland I work with kind of more fair and porcelain kind of skin tones, and it's hard to find some nice bronzers sometimes that suit that kind of Celtic skin. So this is just basically a medium pressed powder, but it's not too orangey, not too muddy looking. It has more of that yellow undertone. I just think it'd be a nice compliment, so I will have to try that out and see. So again, that's a Suede Effect pressed powder. And the final thing that I have to show you is this, which while I was at Superdrug I saw a stand for a brand called Be Complete, which I've never seen in Ireland anyway. So I was just looking at some of their products and I decided to pick up a little quad of kind of neutral colours. So you get like a very light peach, which is a matte, and then you get 3 shimmer colours, this bronzy colour, this reddish colour and this browny colour. So I'll swatch those for you. Whoops. If I have some clean fingers. That's what they look like. That's the reddy one, the browny one, the goldy one, and the light matte colour. I just thought it was a nice little quad to have. So those items at Superdrug, that quad was $4.66. The eyeshadow palette was £7.99, the blush was £4.49, and the pressed powder was £6.99. So that is all the makeup shopping I did while in London. Hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope it wasn't too boring or long-winded. I hope it was somewhat interesting for you. I know I love watching these kind of hauls, you know, just to see what people are buying and people like, and yeah, so I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give a thumbs up, click the like button below. Feel free to leave any comments below that you would like, any requests, questions, comments, anything like that. Leave that below, and click the subscribe button below. It's free and you will get updates of new beauty, makeup, all these sort of videos in your feed. Won't cost you anything, and it means the world to me if you press that subscribe button. Oh, and if you're on Twitter, follow me at RealmOfMakeup, the name of my YouTube channel. Just give a little search. I have a new Twitter profile, so you can follow me there, and I kind of tweet about upcoming videos and things like that. And it's just kind of another place that maybe if you want to see something or have a request, then you can get in touch with me there. So that would be great if you could support me over on Twitter, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks again for watching. Bye!